Good day, everyone. So, our assigned topic is all about ecotourism and protected areas.
Hi, I'm Mark Lester Apas, and my assigned topic is Introduction to Ecotourism and Protected Areas. Ecotourism, also called sustainable tourism, can be defined by a variety of travel practices, but it all comes down to a general set of ideas. As an ecotourist, you decide to travel in a way that shows respect to nature and does not contribute to its degradation. Additionally, ecotourism is a part of environmental conservation and understanding what the needs of the people are who are local to the area so that you can help to improve their quality of life. It also involves learning more about the history of other cities and preserving historical landmarks. Ecotourism deals with living parts of the natural environments and also focuses on socially responsible travel, personal growth, and environmental sustainability. Ecotourism typically involves travel to destinations where flora, fauna, and cultural heritage are the primary attractions. Ecotourism is intended to offer tourists insight into the impact of human beings on the environment and to foster a greater appreciation of our natural habitats. Protected areas or conservation areas are locations using protection because of their recognized natural, ecological, and or cultural values. These are several kinds of protected areas which vary by level of protection depending on the enabling laws of each country or the regulations on the international organizations involved. Protected areas are essential for biodiversity conservation, often providing habitat and protection from hunting for threatened and endangered species. Protection helps maintain ecological processes that cannot survive in most intensely managed landscapes and seascapes.
And I am Rafami Aton. My assigned topic is all about marine protected areas and tourism and protected areas. Earth was formed 46 billion years ago. What have we done with it? The Earth, the planet, gave us resources to build our homes. There are many things Mother Earth gave us to appreciate, like the landscapes, the culture, and a wisdom nature. And we should never take it for granted. Traveling is the best way to explore the magic of the world. And traveling is the best way to explore and experience cultures, however damaged and ways apart, because of the inappropriate behaviors of travelers. Ecotourism educates people to sustain, appreciate, and to love our environment. So, what is ecotourism? Ecotourism is a responsible travel to natural and cultural areas that conserves the environment and sustains the well-being of local people. Here are 3 tips to honor ecotourism. First, never litter or remove your trash anywhere you go. Second, respect local traditions and etiquette. There are different concepts of time, personal space, clothing, or etc. where are not wrong, it's just different. Third, Follow designated trails. Do not disturb animals, plants, and their natural habitats. We only have one. Everyone needs to be responsible as a traveler. Ecotourism focuses on socially responsible travel, personal growth, and environment sustainability. Ecotourism typically involves travel to destinations where flora, fauna, and cultural heritage are the primary attractions. So let's proceed to marine protected areas. What is marine protected area? A marine protected area is an area of sea especially dedicated to the protection and maintenance of biodiversity and of natural and associated cultural resources and managed through legal or other effective means. Marine protected area is a term for protected areas that include marine environment and biodiversity. Marine protected areas include marine parks, nature reserves, locally managed marine areas that protect reefs, seagrass beds, shipwrecks, archaeological sites, tidal lagoons, mudflats, salt marshes, mangroves, rock platforms, underwater areas on the coast, and lastly the seabed in deep water as well as open water. And these are the benefits of marine protected areas. Benefits of marine in protected areas in conserve biodiversity, enhance resilience, enhance fisheries, and act as an insurance policy of other types of fisheries managements do not work. They protect and restore endangered species and ecosystem. Inside will manage marine protected areas. There are more animals and plants, a greater diversity of species, and bigger individuals. Together, this means more marine life, higher productivity, functional food webs, and healthier ecosystem. And let's proceed to tourism and protected areas. Although tourism and protected areas seem to be mutually exclusive, protected areas popularly attract tourism all over the world. As such, tourism integration is perceived as a good strategy for a better management of protected areas. But this policy of integrating tourism and protected areas requires an understanding of the distribution aspects of its benefits regarding who are the ultimate beneficiary and how this mechanism or process is supposed to work. As far as the policy is concerned, it mainly cares for the numbers in terms of tourist visits, revenue generation, and conservation of species. Policymakers can take care of both the allocative and distribution parts of tourism by providing direct benefits to the people living in the protected areas. Then a sustainable management of ecotourism protected areas may be possible. The potential benefits of tourism and protected areas. First, it can enhance economic opportunity. Tourism can increase jobs and income in a local area or a region. It is often regarded as a source of foreign exchange, particularly since protected areas tend to attract international tourists. Next is to protect the natural and cultural heritage. Tourism based on protected areas can be a key factor in supporting the conservation of the natural and cultural heritage. It can generate the funds through entrance and service fees, local taxes, and in many other ways that can be used directly to help meet or offset the cost of conservation, maintaining cultural tradition, and providing education. Indirectly, by demonstrating the economic value the protected area of tourism can bring to a country or a region, it can build public and political support for conservation of natural heritage. Tourism enables some marine protected areas to prosper. And last one, to enhance quality of life in the host community. Tourism development should be designed to protect what is good about host community and tackle those aspects that need to be improved. One way in which this can be done is to develop facilities and services for tourism which can also benefit the living condition of local residents. Indeed, protected areas can be the engines of sustainable rural development.
Hello everyone! Today I will discuss about certain topics on sustainable tourism. I am Judy Manatad of BSTM 1-2. are the topics that we will discuss. First, biodiversity conservation. Second, tourism in protected areas. And lastly, community well-being in these protected areas. Are you ready? First is the biodiversity. It refers to all the species and living things on Earth or in a specific ecosystem. These refers to the animals and plants that are found in a particular area. Shortened form of two words, biological and diversity, variety or collection, and variability or distribution of life on Earth. Next is biodiversity conservation. This refers to the protection and management of biodiversity to obtain resources for sustainable development. They are protected to preserve the beauty and abundance of natural resources. Biodiversity conservation also has three main objectives. Number one is to preserve the diversity of species, to protect the lives of animals and plants. Number two is sustainable utilization of species and ecosystem, meaning that you can make use of the species in their natural setting to maintain life supporting system and essential ecological processes. Here are the two conservation methods under biodiversity conservation. First is in situ conservation. This conservation of species is done within their natural habitat. The natural ecosystem is maintained and protected. An example of these in the Philippines is the protection of tertiaries in Bohol. Second is ex situ conservation. This conservation is the breeding and maintenance of endangered species in artificial ecosystems. In this method, there are less competition for food, water, and space among organisms. These includes zoos, nurseries, botanical gardens, gene banks, etc. Examples of these are Cebu Zoo and Cebu Safari. Let's move on to the next topic, protected areas in the Philippines. A list of protected areas of the Philippines was given by the DENR as of 2013. In that report, there are actually 240 protected areas in the Philippines. This covers a total area of 54,500 square kilometers or 14.2% of the Philippines' total area. Protected areas categories: strict nature reserve, natural park, natural monument, wildlife sanctuary, protected landscapes and seascapes, resource reserve, natural biotic areas, and others.